So I'm asking, what is it that is not there that makes it underdeveloped?
Well, leadership.
Now let's dive into what is the real meat of this discussion. What do Nigerians have in common with white Americans, the WASP who founded this country? Except both of them being human beings. What do they have in common? So if there was no country on earth, but Africa is the only continent on earth, would you still call it a third world country? What is it about your ancestors that makes you proud to be black? In 1991, there was a conference in France, right? At the end of the conference, the host, a Frenchman, decided to take 5 people to his house for dinner. And after dinner, he said, hey guys, what is it that makes you really proud that your ancestors left behind? That anywhere you go in the world, every corner of the world, you will see it. People have to rely on it every day. Say it without blaming anybody. Of course, the American kid was the first to say, well, listen, I'm a 23-year-old American kid. I didn't even finish high school. But you see, everywhere I go in this world with this blue passport, I'm treated like a rock star because my ancestors built a country to represent or be the beacon of freedom and equality. And they mean it. America is a country where its soldiers have gone out to die for other people. Everybody thinks of America as the place to go if you want to just blow up. The Japanese said, well, I'm from Japan. There are 196 countries on earth, and in each of them, every 5 cars, 3 are Japanese. Every hospital in the world, equipment that has saved lives were built in Japan. Appliances in the kitchen, on and on and on. It's the most beautiful, well-organized, hard-working culture in Asia. We're not just Asians. We are very one of a kind. And that, when I travel as a Japanese, the way people treat me is because of what my ancestors have built in this world. It's what they are robbing off me. Now, if you are, since you are black, and you are the last person in the room, what would you say about your ancestors that in today's world, from 6 a.m. to 12 midnight, this is what your ancestors left behind, that everybody have to rely on it just to make the day go by? What is it about your ancestors that makes you proud to be black? If slavery was based on race, then it means that slavery would have only happened between 2 continents. When I came to the United States, any misbehavior from another person, as long as he has a different color, that misbehavior becomes racism or racist. However, between black people, that behavior is always there. Between white people, that behavior is always there. Between Spanish people, it's always there. In Asia, the Chinese could not become 1.6 billion human beings if the Ming dynasty was not buying slaves on its way, but they were of the same skin color, of the same ethnicity, of the same food, of the same religion. In India, who were called the untouchables, they were former slaves that Indian people feel you are a third class, we can't deal with you. The same thing that spurred it in Africa, the same thing that caused it in Asia, the same thing that caused it in Europe is the same thing that caused it in America, that's all.
What caused it?
Economic needs. America had an African-American president. It's not true. Obama is not an African-American.
Wow.
He's not black. He's the first biracial president of the United States of America. When Jesse Jackson was running, if he won, that would have been hugely historical. An African-American, a product of a slave, has become president. If I become president, then they will say, for the first time, a black man has become president. Up until now, as of now, the first biracial president. The mother is a pure 100% white Kansas woman. And now, 100 years from now, the white people in this country can write a history and say, in 2008, one of our sister's son became president. And they will be right, because Obama's mother was white. So they can claim that one of their sister's son became president. African Americans cannot write that. I used to have a Brazilian lady who used to help once in a month to organize my home, and she used to come in a Volkswagen truck with a vacuum, the buckets, with an iPhone 16. You know the lady on your block with the long nails and the long hair who goes to the club until 3 a.m., drink very expensive liquor, come back at 3 a.m. in a BMW truck, but the next morning she'll be at Walgreens simply swiping items you bought. Only America provides that living. Who is the majority in South Africa? Black. These blacks are of different, distinct tribes, for those of you who don't know. The Zulus were the ones who wanted to create the Zulu nation. They are the largest, most powerful. They are found in the KZN, what is called KwaZulu-Natals, okay? Then we have the Xhosas, the second largest, which is Mandela's tribe, and on and on and on and on. So the blacks who live in South Africa are not one monolithic group of black people who say, we all speak one language, we are all Zulus. No. They don't even get along. Blacks in Sudan don't get along. Blacks in Nigeria don't get along. It's getting so bad that Nnamdi Kanu is asking that the Igbo tribe should break away from Nigeria. Blacks in Cameroon are cutting each other's throat as I speak because they want to separate from each other. Blacks in Rwanda couldn't get along. They killed hundreds of thousands of people. And you are asking a distinct race of white people to allow you to mix up with them. There are photos, video of Mandela chanting is plenty. Kill the white man, kill the white man. And then recently, the parliament wants to pass a bill that they will take land from the white people with no compensation. As if land is the reason South Africans are poor. Show me one South African black who have seized minimum 200 acres of land and turned it into a commercial farm in South Africa way before the white man arrived. None. So these rumors has caused so much fever that when this bill was about to pass or passed, where this same president gave his own speech saying that, no, it's time we take our land from the people. Trump said, no, I'm going to pull all aid from South Africa because of this. I am not in support of one group of people suffering. You're going to take their land that they've owned for 500 years. So Ramaphosa made a good deal by saying, let me call Trump. And what Trump did had nothing to do with how he wants to prove that you are killing people or you are going to kill people. No, it has nothing to do with it. What Trump wanted to do was a chess game. I'm going to get this guy to promise on camera right here in the United States in the White House that there's no such thing happening in South Africa and will not happen in South Africa. Ramaphosa went on camera and said, Mr. President, I promise you. He's going to make sure anyone who begin this rhetoric of killing white people or let's do this to white people, that is not going to happen. Now let me ask you, if Ramaphosa is able to do that and the white people in South Africa begin to feel peace, wouldn't you say, even though the method he used was a chess and it's crude and it's like an ambush, but it yielded a good result?